Hey people, it is Friday, May the 5th. Time is 6:10 in the evening and it's currently 14 degrees Celsius. And I'm here looking into the Distillery district. And if you've been watching my videos, I have done many a walk through the heart of the district here, along Gristmill Lane, as it's called. But I've never really walked around the southern edge of the Distillery district before, so I thought I would do that today, and then continue on making my way around the southeastern corner of downtown. So I'm going to head over here. To Distillery Lane. Now, of course, this isn't nearly as interesting as walking through the heart of the district. It's basically the backside of the area with a lovely parking lot here to greet us, but I've never walked on this side ever, and there are some businesses here.
She was at 20 when I was literally going in the door.
And over there you can see a GO train passing by. And a couple of new towers are on the rise right here on the southern edge of the distillery. One of them will be quite tall from what I have seen in the plans. And of course there are some other tall towers, as you can see, sort of ringing the neighborhood. It's funny, in all the years I've lived here and all the many videos I've done around the distillery, I've never bothered to walk along this stretch ever. There's a gallery. And there are some accesses into the heart of the neighborhood. So here's Trinity Street leading into the center of the distillery. And I have done many a walk around that area before. One of the drawbacks of doing distillery videos is the music. You can never get away from it. And I have gotten a copyright claim on more than one occasion from doing videos in the neighborhood. So I'm just going to keep moving here. And we will continue on walking along the southern edge here. But you can get a look up into the heart of the neighborhood. See, I've never seen this before. Nor have I seen these. Unusual. I guess it's art. There's underground parking here. I didn't know that either. Over there is Mill Street. And I guess this is called Rack House Mews, heading back over to Mill Street. And looking up at one of the condo towers. And we have emerged onto Cherry Street. And over here is another neighborhood known as the Canary District. And Cherry Street continues on through the Portlands heading south. And there goes another GO train. I don't know if you can make it out, but peeking through that underpass, you can see some of the new Portlands bridges which have been recently installed. Kind of white structure with red trim. I can see it quite clearly from here, but who knows how that will show up in the video. I have done some videos walking through the Portlands, getting a closer look at those bridges and walking over them actually. And I'll get back to that area again soon in the coming weeks or months. There's a look up Mill Street now with the CN Tower, making a very interesting appearance there in the background. Kind of quite the contrast. And every time I come to this area here in the Canary District, it looks a little bit different. The pace of development is so rapid. I don't remember these buildings being so far along. Let's look down Mill Street. Well, let's get away from that loud noise. And everywhere you look, cranes and buildings just flying up everywhere. That can be said for quite a few neighborhoods around the city right now. Namely, the entertainment district is another one like that. the Yonge and Eglinton area, and the downtown east area. So I'm going to try not to walk west right now, with that glaring sun getting lower in the sky. This is the first sunny day we've had in what seems like forever, and I am glad to see the sun return, but the cloudy weather did make for some easier recording and live streaming in terms of not having to account for the glare of the sun. And I would have been fine with just plain clouds, but it was the never-ending rain that was starting to get to me, so I'm glad that has come to an end for now. I don't know how people who live in much rainier places can put up with it. And crossing Eastern Avenue. So here's where Cherry Street changes names, becomes Sumac Street. And here is Virgin Place. Insert your own joke there. Some very loud youth over there. King Street. This is the Corktown neighborhood. Very historic neighborhood. Let's continue along Sumac. It's interesting over here. It's like a old row of homes along this driveway. I wonder if it's a dead end or if you can continue on through. I think it might be a dead end, but let's investigate. I might have to backtrack back this way again. And it looks like it is a dead end. That leads back out to King Street that way. Well, it's worth checking out. A fairly charming little block here along Sumac. Queen Street. The Queen streetcar is no longer running along this portion of Queen. It's diverted up to Dundas Street. Streetcars heading west now turn up Broadview Avenue to Dundas and continue west all the way across downtown to McCall Street, where they divert back down to Queen Street. It's because of the new Ontario Line subway, which is beginning construction now. I've always noticed this big building here, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I've never bothered to investigate it. Is it residential? Is it commercial? Sort of looks like a warehouse type building. 90 Sumac. Maybe I'll just look it up later on and see what it says. Let's take a walk along Wascana. This will take us down to River Street. This is a Another historic street lined with old row houses. These ones are a bit more colorful though. And they have the stucco exterior as opposed to the usual brick. They don't look bad though. I do prefer brick though if I had to choose. Just trying to plug in my power bank as I continue on here. There we go. My battery was getting close to its end. And here's River Street. So we're walking along the southern edge of the Regent Park neighborhood. And that new tower is looking very tall for the neighborhood. I think I'll take us along Shooter actually, instead of up Dundas, which I have done quite a few times recently. So now we're heading west. Which I didn't want to do, but I'm not walking directly into the sun, since it's currently blocked by all the buildings here in the neighborhood. Whoa, somebody lost their ball. I'll go give it to them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I could have just kicked it around the side of the fence here, but it was more fun to throw it over the fence. Ever since this athletic field opened up here in Regent Park, it's been in constant use, even in the winter. And that leads back out to Dundas Street again, so let's continue on here along this way. St. David Street. You can make out the financial district. And another field here. I think this one is part of that school, though. It's not so much a neighborhood athletic field. That's Nelson Mandela Park School. Sackville Street. I think this will spit me out at Parliament Street. Well, rather than walk along Parliament, which I just did in another video, I'll take this street, which I'm not sure what it's called, up to Dundas. Some of the old homes predating the Regent Park area even being developed. This whole area once consisted of dense 19th century townhomes and row houses, and much of it was demolished to make way for the original Regent Park projects starting in the late 1940s. And then when those projects fell on hard times, they were torn down to make way for all the current buildings you see rising up all over the neighborhood. So this was called Arnold Avenue. I never bothered to take note of that before. And so here is Dundas in Parliament. So I'm going to start to wrap up the video here at Dundas in Parliament. I hope you enjoyed the walk around the southeastern corner of downtown. You could call it the Lower East Side, I suppose, although no one in Toronto actually refers to neighborhoods that way, but it still works. We started around the Distillery district and I walked around the edges of that, checking out some spots I've never checked out before, and up into Corktown and Regent Park, ending here at my neighborhood Freshco store. I find I've been ending quite a few videos around here lately. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the walk, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit the notification bell, that way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And there's also a super thanks button right down below if you'd like to support the channel that way. And you can find me on Instagram also under K Continuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.